What's the hardest thing you've ever had to memorize besides what we just went through here?
Um,
What are these competitions like? I'm not even familiar. I'm sure this is big, but I have zero concept of what they would have as like a what am I looking for? What's the contest? How does that work? So,
yeah. So, um, the most difficult thing that for me to memorize is music. I've tried to learn how to play the guitar multiple times in my
hmm
life, and it's just it doesn't. That's because I'm not a musical person, right? But I like music. I love listening to it. Country music. I've always tried to play Marty Robbins or Keith Whitley, and I always mess it up. But so that's always the biggest struggle for me, music. But as far as a memory tournament goes, the events, the USA Memory Championship when I competed, and it's still kind of the same. The first event is how many names can you memorize in 15 minutes. So they give you a sheet of paper. It has 15 or 10 faces on it with names underneath it. And every page is like that, photographs of people and first and last names. They take the paper away. They give you another. There's 200 people, 200 names and faces. And then they take the paper away and they give you a new sheet of paper, and it's the same faces in a jumbled up order because they don't want you just to memorize the names in order. They want you actually to attach it to the person. So the same faces in a jumbled up order, but there are no names, and you got to write them out. And you get 1 point for each first name, 1 point for each last name correctly spelled. If it's Stephanie with a PH and you spell it with an F or vice versa, it's wrong. You don't get a point. The second event is how many numbers can you memorize in 5 minutes? That's an event I held a record in. You look at the numbers for 5 minutes, you take it away, they give you another piece of paper, you write it out. I did 167 digits. That was my record. That got broken. The next event is so names, numbers, cards. How fast can you memorize a deck of cards? And they'll just shuffle it up, and then you run through it. You set it down, and then you pick up, and that's your time. I did 1 minute 27 seconds. Then you get 5 minutes to reassemble a second deck. Um, and then the fourth event. Back then, it used to be poetry. They'd give you a poem. You'd have 15 minutes to look at it. They take it away. You write it out. You get a point for each word. Then they take the top eight people. The top eight, they compile your score, and the people who are in the top eight, there's normally about 50 who compete, so 42 get eliminated. The top eight move on to the championship round. The championship round, you're in a row of 15 chairs. Each person is in a chair. You go backstage, all 15 people get the same list of 200 words. You memorize it for 15 minutes. You go out on stage. First person says, the first word's dog, passes the microphone. The second word's cat, passes the microphone. It's book, it's microphone. And then three people make a mistake. Those three get eliminated. The next 12 move to the next round. The next round is maybe more than that get eliminated. No. Three people get eliminated. So the next round has five. That's right. So the next round, or maybe I don't even know anymore. They changed it so much. The next round is the most was at one point the most feared event in the entire memory world. Here it is. Chester Santos had a hand in inventing this, and everybody hated him for it. He was the 2008 champion, but he's a great guy. Here's the event. You're sitting there, and five people walk up. They say their name, their birth date, their city and state, their zip code, their phone number, their where they went to high school, the year that they graduated, their mascot, their dog or their pet, the color of their pet, the name of their pet, their three favorite foods, and their three favorite hobbies. That person leaves. The next person walks up and says the same thing. That person leaves. The next person walks up and says the same
wow.
thing. Five people, and then they cycle around twice, and then the third time they cycle around, they say, "Okay, Ron, that girl over there, what was her birthday?" And they go through that. People get eliminated. Three are left standing. The last round is they give everybody two decks of shuffled cards, and everybody has the same deck. They all memorize the same cards. They're in three chairs. First person says ace of spades, nine of diamonds, three of hearts, four of clubs, two of spades, whatever. Two people get eliminated. Last man standing, last woman standing is the champion.